Here we go again. It's we're back. We are back. I am back anyway. I don't know about you, but I am definitely back. And it is, yeah. So let's see how far I can get here. That little setback a few minutes before the break, where somebody hit a badugi on the last draw, a 10, and that was good enough to beat what I had. And that's not quite good enough in that position, so we'll let it go. And I think it's a bit of a leak actually to play hands like this in middle position. It's going to give you problems. So middle position is kind of not even really middle position, is it? You've actually got 5 people. So you're under the gun +1 here, actually. So it sort of becomes middle position after the first draw, doesn't it? But there's a big hand there. 6, the worst possible 6. 15th best hand you can have in the game. Now, what he's going to do here? He's just going to call, but it's taking a long time. Nothing else. Okay. It's a bugger. I was really hoping he would make something there. If I made my number 3, it's a huge hand. I mean, one reason you do see a lot of big hands in these tournaments is because you do get quite a lot of multi-way pots. So people are playing those open limping with 6-2 under the gun or whatever, and end up making a 6 badugi, which, even though they made a terrible play by doing that, I would say it's a terrible play. They end up making a monster. Yeah, number 3 was nice there, but I didn't need to make that hand to. It's a shame he folded. A shame he didn't really have anything. What he actually had to begin with. Probably a bad draw, which is why he limped in. Another thing you're going to start seeing now is pot sizes becoming huge relative to stack sizes. I mean, people are pretty much putting their lives on the line here, or losing half their stack just because their pat dealt 10 didn't hold up or whatever. That's 3 minutes, we're in 200 and 400. Okay, well, that's a clear rate, but this time I will not draw 1. If it folds around to, I've seen this. I will draw 2 this time. I don't have to worry about that. They all just folded to me. That's both just folded to me. That's fine. I was happy with that. Bit different to the one I had before, which I think was a 9-5 ace, or was it a 9-5-2? On the button, that was a 9-3 ace. So 9-3-1, if you prefer, and the 3 and the 9 and the 3 are just a little bit further apart. It just makes it a bit more sensible, I think, and the 3 ace are just a bit better, right? You can make a nut 3 card hand. And of course, this game, this is really where it differs from triple draw. Lots of ways it differs. Is that if you have 3-2 ace, 4-3 ace, whatever, that is a hand. Actually, yes, that's a draw. It's also made hand. It's a critical difference. Whereas in triple draw, you've got 7-4-3-2, you've got 5-4-3-2, you've got 7-6-4-2, whatever. I just they all seem to have a blooming 2 in them. But you don't actually have a hand yet. You got your 7-4-3-2, and you hit 7, then you hit king, then you hit ace. You end up making an ace, which your hand is an ace. The fact that you have 7-4-3-2 is basically irrelevant at that point. That's not true in badugi. Of course, if somebody already has a badugi and you've got a 3-card hand, well, it doesn't matter quite so much, but the 3 cards will win sometimes. So, especially when you get down to short-handed play. So that time it didn't win. He got a king 9. I always used to call that a badugi. A badugi. You got a badugi, a king 9, a k9. You see. So, what's the tennis? So Pliskova, she actually broke Sabalenka in the first game of this final set. And she's now up 3-1. Sabalenka's serving. Oh, this is a hell of a point. So much. Oh, wow, she got. Oh, yeah. The ball just clipped the net as a net cord, and Sabalenka took advantage of it. And sat up for her. So she hit a cross court passing shot there, right? So, yeah. 40 love. Yeah, this match has been going at quite a lick. So it was an hour and 35 minutes, and they're already into the 29th game. 95 minutes for 29 games. They're getting through that and rattling through these games. Another thing they've done differently this year is no pink towels. They've gone non-pink this year for the women's towels. Anyway, she won that game, did Sabalenka. She's now 3-2 down in the third. Anyway. Now this Der Heilbutt, I don't know him. I don't know if that means, does that mean halibut or something? Is it the fish? I've no idea. It's masculine if it is, isn't it? Well, that's masculine, isn't it? I don't really know any German, but I know der is masculine. Ah. He's putting his whole stack in the... Oh wow, he had a huge hand. I think that's number 14, the 14th best hand you can have. The reason I know that is that there's 1 4, there are 4 5s, there are 10 6s, and you have the second worst 6. So 15 minus 1 is 14. Oh, and you actually, you tried to... that's interesting, right? Might just put that down. Snow catch attempt with 5-2-8 against almost all in opponent. That's a weird one there, actually. Interesting. So it means if he's doing that, then that means I need to probably bet. I will raise this if it doesn't. So it's, well, now if it gets 3-bet, then I'm actually going to let it go, I think. Yeah, I'm going to fold this. Because he's been so passive, right? So it sounds like he's. I mean, because he's really short, so his range could be a bit wider because of that. But he's got a badugi. So he's lost 35. Chips in. You're getting over 100 to 1. Well, that's funny. And they both fold. That is really quite kind of amusing, isn't it? That you're getting over 100 to 1 there. And I'm pretty sure they made the right decision. It would be, I get this message coming up telling me I've been playing for an hour. I'm sure I could get rid of these messages somehow, but I'm actually going to fold here. 7-6. It's just not quite good enough, even with the immediate odds I'm getting there. Plus, you could raise. I was pointing at the BT long, but you can't actually see that, can you? I don't have like a webcam. You can't see. You've got no idea what I look like, even, do you? So you didn't bet that. That's interesting. Oh, do I retry? Not now. If I'd have folded around, I think I would have. I think I would have opened it actually. Yeah. Wouldn't be loving it though. Ooh, it digs that out. God, that's going wide. It's rubbish. I haven't actually seen him show down a hand. I don't think, anyway. I presume that Heilblut knows what he's doing, but Erica 60 looks like she or he has just bought in. So now the tournament has actually been going for an hour now, and as Pliskova holds on there, I think there's only been one break in each set. It's like 4-2 now. Sabalenka's going to come out again. Oh dear. Sorry. Well, he knows what he's doing. Sometimes you wonder whether they actually know what they're doing. It's people you haven't seen before. They actually know the rules of the game. That's something you find quite often here. People who don't know the rules. Well, people do know the rules and haven't a clue. That's the other thing, of course. But I didn't realize you had so many chips. You've got 10.5. You just everything you touch is just turning to gold here, isn't it? Just, yeah, he's got the last 4 pots, hasn't he? That actually tells you who won the pot. I thought it used to tell you that. It's won at least the last 4 pots in a row. And I guess he plays a lot of hands. 13 out of 62. Sabalenka holds comfortably, only loses 1 point on that serve, that game, and she's now 4-3 down. Pliskova just has to hold twice now, and she's into the final. Okay, Skiddy, I don't know you. I don't know you at all. I've drawn 2 though to begin with, so I'll continue to bet here. Because I'm a card ahead. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting anything, and that's a real problem. The obstacle here. Well, did you see what I did there? I hadn't seen that guy before. I didn't know him from Adam. I didn't know if he knew the rules of the game or not. And I called him, right? Okay, I'd never seen this guy before. Well, there you go. DNR. I'm just going to abbreviate this now. If I possibly can, it'll let me do that. And put him onto green. What he was doing, honestly. Now, what do I do here? This is just horrible, isn't it? There are no non-horrible options here. If he draws... Okay. Right, now I can safely fold. That makes sense. You do know what you're doing. You figured that out. No, these hearts don't seem to be of any use to anybody. I seem to... Oh god, he called. Oh, I wonder what he called with. That's why I said every option is horrible. Now... This is really, really close, actually. If you 3-bet, I'd quite like you to 3-bet. I guess I have to call here, right? I don't love this, though. Well, that helps me a bit, right? That does, actually. And from a 6 to a 7 to a 6 is really helpful now. Oh god. You weren't supposed to blooming bet, were you? Ah. If you raise... Oh, this is what I thought might happen. I'm actually going to let it go here. Probably a bit tight, but... That's a bugger. I didn't want you to bet. That's what it was about. Oh, what the hell's he doing? Oh, for God's sake. Ugh. I should have probably called there. I mean, you could have 3-bet or anything. I don't even think you know what you're doing. I think I should have stayed in that pot, you know. Let's see. There we go. Trying to check raise him here or something? Oh my god, okay. Oh, so you have no idea what you're doing either, right? Oh, this is where I obviously should have stayed in there if I'd realised what was going on there at all. So it doesn't know rules. I used to write this out fully, but now 10-8-2s is not quite good enough to raise on the button. I mean, you could, but Oh my god, he's now sitting out. That's a pain, actually. Yeah, I really needed to... I should have been more aware of what was going on there. I didn't know this guy. I should have been suspicious because this is someone I didn't recognise. I don't know you either, right? So... Well... I will call a raise here. Keep him in. Alright, well... Gah. I'm still regretting that hand that I folded, right? It was awful. Now he's getting it all in. Are you going to get it all in here? Okay. Do Pat. And I enjoyed too, right? So, do they know the rules? Well, I'm not going to fold here regardless. I mean, I can't because, well, they both got... Well, they're both going to be going all in anyway, so... Okay. I'm guessing you do know what the rules of the game are, but... Oh dear. It's really annoying when you just don't hit, isn't it? Now, does he know what the rules are? Oh, now he's drawing one, right? Hang on. He's drew one before anyway. What happened there? We actually split that, didn't we? I think that's what happened. We had the same hand. Oh, how bizarre. Now, if you're observant, you'll notice that he has 3337, which means he must have split a pot himself earlier on in the tournament. Otherwise, he would have a number that ends in a 5 or a 0, or a 5 or a 0. So, naught is a British term, by the way. So they use it in the US. They use it occasionally in New Zealand when I lived over there, but I don't think anybody in the US ever says naught, do they? It's like, anyway, he's got a number that doesn't end in a 5 or a 0, so must have had a tie somewhere along the line. Just like I did in the previous hand. Now, I want to call this channel, I was going to think about what to actually call this channel, and at the moment it's just called like Pluto Man Poker or something. Now, Pliskova is 2 points away from the match as I speak. It's not we here, it's just me. 30 love, 5-4 in the third. But, you know, I don't know whether so I've only had half an eye on the match. I don't know. You just sort of dropped that serve in. That was weird. Must have been a second serve, I guess. 30-15. No, it didn't. Got attacked. Got attacked. What do you want? To over 11,000. Wow. Both had sevens. Now, I've got a huge badugi here, but it's very beatable though. Just got to hope that it holds up. It's these sort of hands that really determine your fate, isn't it? Can't fold it. Okay, how many? Just one, okay. Okay, that's lucky. Still thinking about that awful hand where I folded to the second 2 bets on the flop and I had that 6 draw. I just thought, oh, just because I wasn't observant enough. There's probably times with that. And she's done it. She's done it. Pliskova has done it. Oh, she can see how happy she is. How disappointed Sabalenka is. I think she expected to win. And I heard an interesting stat on the. Let me show you what she said during the first semi-final that nobody had come from a set down to win any of the semi-finals for 10 years. I thought that's weird. It's just, well, 9 years, was it? 10 years, 10 years. 2000, whenever it was, 10 I suppose, because last year they didn't play. It's an easy call against you. I know who you are. Ah. I will fold to this one. So unless I hit now. No, I haven't. Even though I've got a really, really good draw, I have to fold this. I mean, he could be snowing. He does snow, but snowing off the bat there is really unusual. Not many people do that. Anyway, I'd have to call that and then call a river bet, assuming he bets the river too. So that's a little bit of a bugger. I've lost a little bit of ground there. 7,000 is alright, but. Oh, 7-6. Yeah, an hour and 53 for that match, which is really, really swift for 5-7-6-4-6-4. And you consider they have all the changeovers and everything. How many changeovers would that have been? Well, 16 of them, right? Now I'll let it go now. Notice things start to tighten up a little bit. Edista, I don't know Edista. Oh, he's from Romania. I wonder what that picture is. Interesting picture. Dudu Vilas. See, I thought you might have been Romanian too. No. Dudu Villas. It's like, that's like a really, really bad name for some accommodation, doesn't it? You know, stayed at Dudu Villas. Yeah. This Irish guy, I see he's got skin in this game. Oh wow, look at Ed Easter, you don't even, oh my god. Now do I raise this up here? I won't, but I'm tempted to. See, how many players have we seen so far who don't know the rules? I mean, it's amazing. Oh, come on, don't fold, for God's sake. Well, I mean, even if I was drawing 4, I would call him there, right? You're gonna bet you, so you have to bet there, right? I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you could let him bet. He's, oh wow. Well, I think maybe I should have. It's possible somebody Googles the rules of the game and wow. Wow. Should I have opened my 8 drawer there? I'm normally in that position, but the problem with this is that you've got someone who doesn't know the rules, but anybody else, you have to you can beat that person because he's actually trying to make the complete opposite of what you're trying to do, but you still have to beat anybody else who happens to be in the hand as well, and that's the difficulty, right? But this, I think I might open this. It's a really tricky decision, that. Do. It's a shame that. Okay. Play this fast. I'm gonna mess around. Okay. Whoa, interesting that he just folded there. The pot was reasonably big. I mean, my range was not just 6 badugis, right? 7 badugis. I mean, that's the other thing. 7 is not invincible by a long way. What's okay? I'm gonna get one off here because of my perfect draw, and I get one more. I get one more shot at it, right? I know. Again, I hit a really good card, but it doesn't help me, right? In this situation, it's a bit unfortunately, as I seem to be up against the cat hand. It's possible, of course, that he was slowing. Let's see what's going to happen here. And now that's horrible. You should not have a range for that at all. Oh God. Oh, now this is where things get really horrible, isn't it? Oh, bloody hell. Right. I'm going to just call this. Oh, I don't expect to be good at very often here at all, honestly. I'd like him to raise me. Okay, I'm going to call, but it's just going to get nasty. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do there, right? Do I just fold? Do I just fold immediately to that? I mean, oh, do I? I mean, I just don't know. I mean, you just know you're not going to win there. Do you just fold? I mean, what is the right course of action there? I just don't know. It gets so expensive in a tournament, doesn't it? I should have given it up. But he's not the sort of guy as well to go crazy with the king. But you know, if he shows a king there, I mean, I don't know. Oh, that was difficult. You know, I just don't know what to do there. And now, after having 9,000 a few moments ago, so I run into stuff a lot. That's why. That's why I don't win here. I just run into stuff. But can I get away from that? Now he's got a 6. Now I'll just go back that hand there. So he was in the big blind there, wasn't he? So I mean, can I just fold here? I mean, you're in a really bad position if you know the thing's all the way through. You've got the odds to call, haven't you? That's what makes it so hard. I just don't know what the right thing to do there is. I mean, he's got. Oh, damn. Well, 87th hand here. Not quite what I need. A couple of hands I feel where I probably got out of the way, but I shouldn't have done, and now. getting to the start. I'd say I'm roughly... Yeah, this is not great, is it? Do have the immediate odds. See, look. 7 minutes before, 6 or 7 minutes before late reg finishes. What are you going to do? You're going to get it all in here. No, you don't. You just fold. Okay. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay. What do I do here then? The fact that he's just limped that makes it so bloody hard, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to not discard now, right? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm actually going to fold here. Because, I mean, should I just bet on the flop immediately? I mean, jeez. The thing is, he's limping in there. He should not have a limping range. Nobody should have a limping range. Now look at me. Ah, gosh. The thing is, people limp really, really strong stuff. That doesn't mean he's got an 8 or 9 draw or something. He could have a 5 draw and be limping that easily. And that's the thing. We're now opening this up on the river, on the button rather. If it folds around, if it doesn't, well, here we go. My drawers, oh god. They all come in, that's the thing, right? He's probably drawing 1 here, and you as well. Dear me. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to draw 1 here. And fold now, right? It's the only thing to do. King is just not, I mean, it's possible that you're up against it. I'll raise this up too, right? Futility of this is extraordinary, isn't it? It's now you're drawing 1 here, aren't you? Well, certainly, right? Come on, draw 2, draw 4. That'd be nice. I'm gonna try now. See Pat now though. No, he's not. And I completely brick, so I can't do anything. Right? The only thing I can do is fold. Shit, this has been a shit last 15 minutes, hasn't it? Or 10. It's probably not even 10 minutes. It's like, I mean, that's why I hate this tournament so much. You can't. Actually won 6 out of 10 showdowns. That's funny. The only big pot I won, the only big pot I'm saying in the past tense now, is the only big pot I won was the one where the other person didn't know what the rules were, right? So if anyone knows the rules, I'm completely fucked, aren't I? I don't know if you know the rules. I've never seen you before. So this is roughly, yeah, okay. Let it go, actually. I mean, I could have opened that up, I suppose. Or wait till the next one. Wait. We've got absolutely nothing. I'm certainly not going to buy in, rebuy rather, if I get knocked out, which I probably will before the late registration closes off, which is in 2 or 3 minutes. Because then I have almost no chips, right? Well, that's more than enough. That's a very lucky hand to get, but no mind, like, it won't be the best hand by the river. Oh, wow! I don't know. I was assuming I would see a river. Oh, my. Okay. And now. Oh, for fuck's sake! Stop! You didn't have to have a pat hand there, right? You didn't have to hit there. You didn't have to. Come on, everybody, just stop hitting shit against me all the time. But anyway, this is the 53rd time in a row where I failed to cash. I'm not sure about that statistic. It might be a massive underestimate, actually. But, there we go again. It will happen. Every time. The funny thing is, there are some people who cash in this tournament. I don't know how they do it. Actually, I remember I used to cash as well. I remember that happening once, but that's a really, really long time ago now. It was like, I don't know. Anyway, that is me. And next time, it'll be like Groundhog Day. You'll see me fail to cash again in a few more days, I suppose. Probably, I don't know when I'm going to play this again, actually. Probably never would be best, but I don't think I'm going to be playing next week. I don't know, maybe. I have no idea. Anyway, that's it from me. That is it. I'm done for tonight.